Okay, this is your buddy Jim. Welcome to Sawlogs Plastic Hubs and another project video. This video is a repair job to an old project. If you go back through my, archives, you'll see where I made my own speed handle. Well, recently I was using it and the shoulder bolt broke off. Now, first of all, most of you would say, okay, well, will you just go buy a new shoulder bolt? Yes. Everybody else but Jim Deadman would. I had an extra shoulder bolt here, not necessarily the right size, so I modified it so I could put this back into service. So that's what this video is going to be about. Just some of those simple little things, how I do it. And I always remind folks on my videos, and this is another classic case, I'm retired and I have time and I have stuff. You know, over a period of years you collect things. Like shoulder bolts, the ones I have, I collected mainly out of trash from eating. So this is the last one I had. Now if I didn't have any, going and purchasing a shoulder bolt would have been the best thing in the world to do. So that's what I done. So gather everybody around. It's a little old simple, another simple little old job. Just fixes something we need to fix. And gather everybody around, sit around, and enjoy the video. It's just something I decided to put some content out. Not that I feel rushed, but I have a little more time right now, and it just happened to be a good idea for content. So that's what I decided to do. So hope you enjoyed the little video. Gather everybody around. No further ado, let's get over here to the lathe, start fixing this handle up. Here at the lathe again, and I got another little project. What I've got here is my handle. Actually, my handle on my speed handle, my mill broke. So I've got another shoulder bolt, but it's a bigger diameter. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to modify the shoulder bolt anyway. But the first thing I'm going to do here is drill this here handle out to a 1/2 inch, provided I get it back into gear here. This way I can use, I'm still going to have to cut the shank down, which I'll show you in a minute. We'll have to rethread it. But I'm doing this just so I can get through it. And I'm going to have enough drill, it's like, for enough travel. And this is, oh yeah, there we are, that's good. Now what I'm going to do on the end here is I'm going to turn the head down. We'll Loctite this in anyway. Oh yeah. So I'm going to turn this head down to fit this. So there's going to be a lot of modifying to do with this bolt. But this is just what I have. So instead of me going out and buying another bolt, I'm going to redo with what I got. So now, the first thing I got to do here is I'm going to cut the head down to fit this. I'll get it chucked up and be back with you. Okay, now what I'm doing now, let me get you kind of aimed back down here a minute and move around, is I'm boring this out just a little bit. I'm going to split the difference. I'm going to bore just a bit out of the handle, and I'm going to machine the screw down too, so I don't take it out of, out of both. All right, that's good. That leaves me about 100,000 step in there. That'll work for that. Then we'll just put the screw in and we'll put OD tool in and turn it down. See right there, I just turned a little cut on it. I'm gonna see. I'm just gonna guess. I'm not trying to maybe. Good. Make sure it wasn't too small, because I want this to be about 20 or 30 under the other. So I'm at about 690. So I need about 645 or so. Talking about 40,000. Hopefully that'll work. Oh yeah. That there's going to be, this is actually going to be a little shallower. The screw head is. That's good. It's going to stick out just a bit. I'm going to leave it sticking out actually. Ain't gonna hurt a thing. Unless I want to go in there and take a cutoff tool, which I might do, and just cut a little bit out, cut off behind the shoulder, just a smidge, just a little bit cutoff tool here to give me how much am I sticking out? Okay, that'll give me a little sink right there. I'll just do that. I'll do this here by hand and end it. Again, I just have to have a shoulder bolt here in stock. So, do put a little relief in it. It's not going to hurt. This is not going to. I'm just fixing my speed handle right quick. So. This is just, I'm just blending it to the original. Alright, let me file this up and see if this is really what I want there. Like I say, I'm just making this up out of some stuff I have. Oh yeah, sink in there good. Alright, let me go back to something else. Okay. I'm going to put a little release right here. Not much. Then we're going to set this up to where it'll cut off. And we're going to cut that off right there. Cut this with the die again. We'll clamp this down. We'll just use the appropriate die that we've turned this down to. I'm doing this in fine thread, by the way, just because I can. Anytime you work with little solid stuff like this, it's hanging out there. Real tricky to face it. Turn off. Real easy to break your insert too. So we're going to, I don't know if I've chipped it or not. Yep, it actually broke the end of that insert off actually. Okay, so now all I gotta do is chamfer it, then we'll thread it like we'll put the die in there and just hand thread it on the lathe. So. Okay, I'm threading this again. Just put my die in there. I've got the lathe cut off. I just got the tool. Actually, the lathe chuck's not being spun by the help by tool, just to keep it. Again, this is fine thread, so it's usually a lot easier to deal with. And this for one off, so I just about soon do this. I just decided when I redone this, but I was going to use fine thread instead of coarse thread. Try to make it a little bit bigger than it was before, so hopefully it won't break this shoulder bolt off. So there we go. Once I get this threaded, I'll have this knocked right out. And one of them little things you have to do, and I was doing something the other day and I had a problem. And this is how I rent, you know, so I just looked around in the last shoulder bolt I got, and I actually have. So hopefully this back this right here out. And you don't need to see that. Well, my handle's repaired. This is another one of them little projects. And I will tell you a lot of times in my shop, and I think you've heard me say this about 100 times, sometimes I do things because it's convenient for me. And convenient for me is sometimes is to use things I have to fix things. Again, this is a hobby shop, and I want to draw an extension here. If somebody's in the business of running a machine shop, your time is very valuable, and you're taken away from profit that you're making. In my case, this is my hobby. This is my sideline, one of my retirement things. Some of the things I do, like the weight clamps or the tools or whatever we make, isn't a practical item for a regular machine shop to be doing. It's not. However, for what we do, not only purpose, and again, I don't do it for videos. I do this sometimes for myself because I just need to do it. You know, and I'll say more times than not, I've got more time than I have money. And this is one of the cases on this right here. You know, the whole dang handle and making it was not really a practical, when you can buy these for 30 bucks. So it is what it is, and I hope you enjoyed these few clips on this. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this at yet. Okay, I hope you enjoyed my little simple video. Now, I'm not trying to go back to basics. This is just, be honest with you, it's what I do a lot of, fixing, repairing, and making. This is just a case of something I used I need to fix, and using materials at hand. So I'm really big on that, and you know, if I've got something, I try to use it. The last several little projects that I've done videos over, this probably be a third in a series. One was a little slide hammer to pull rear axles out of the race car, which is on YouTube. And by the time you see this, the one where I repaired a steering universal joint by making a collar, sawed it off, is on YouTube. And again, it's nothing earth-shattering. So today I decided to post this where I fixed that. I was actually going to put this in the middle of a slop, but it's enough content I can make a little short video. So that's what I'm doing. And again, I'll remind you of a simple fact Making tools sometimes isn't cost effective unless you're a hobbyist. Or some of the repair work I do, you have to be a hobbyist. It is not practical from a machine standpoint. In other words, somebody like Adam Booth is not going to do this kind of work because he can go out and pay 20 or 30 bucks on a new handle. His time's worth more than $30. Mine is unlimited. My time, to me, the $30 in my pocket is worth the time that I spent. So it's a trade-off. So folks, you have to take it that way. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Copyright production, James Dedman, Sawlog's Plastic Hubs. Please hit the bell, subscribe, come back and see us again. Have a nice day.